Hey guys, we now start with inventory style problems. There's a lot of different types of problems we'll explore through this course. So we just did production planning, and now this is an inventory. So we solve them all the same way with Excel, but the formulas and the concepts are a little bit different. So this is the inventory type problem. On Canvas, open up the class examples inventory handout and read through example 1. This is the one that we're going to start with. The accompanying Excel file is class example 1 inventory partial, and this is what it looks like. My objective, I want to minimize cost. In these inventory problems, we're producing products to meet my customer demands. So we want to meet all of our customers' demands at the lowest possible cost. What I have control over then is how much to produce each month. So my decision variables are units to produce, copy and paste this months 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 4 decision variables. These inventory problems will have this same concept in each problem, that I am creating a value or a cell to calculate a value for units available to meet demand. Okay, so I want to total up how much do I have on hand in order to meet my customer's demand. In this problem, it's going to be equal to what I have at the beginning of the month, beginning inventory, plus whatever I produce in that month. I want to meet demand, so this cell must be greater than or equal to customer demand. Customer demand is located up here in B6, 50 units. Next, I want to figure out what's my ending inventory, or what's left over. My ending inventory is just going to be equal to whatever's left over. B20 has everything I have on hand, so what I've produced and what I had on hand at the beginning of the month. And then let's take away, subtract out what the customers purchased. That's my ending inventory. So say I produce 100 units in month 1, I would have 50 left over. Customers purchased 50, I have 50 left over. Okay, that's just an example of a made-up number. So that's just for month 1. Now we move on to month 2. We want to meet demand in every month. So now I'm going to create a cell for month 2, units available to meet demand. That's equal to what I've produced in month 2, plus the beginning inventory for month 2. The beginning inventory for month 2 is the ending inventory of month 1. That must be greater than or equal to the customer demand in month 2, 65. For this cell, I can drag it across. So hover my cursor over the bottom right-hand corner, so I add a black plus sign, and slide that across. That's just going to save me some typing. It's going to capture the customer demand for each month. My ending inventory for month 2, again, is going to be what I have on hand minus out what the customers purchased. This formula is going to be the same for every month. So I'm going to drag that one across too. Again, for month 3, my units available to meet demand is what I have produced in month 3, plus the beginning inventory for month 3. Beginning inventory for month 3 is equal to the ending inventory of month 2. Instead of typing that though, I'm just going to drag this formula across. It's a little weird with negative numbers, so if that's confusing you, you can always just put in made up numbers to help with the formulas, to just make sure our formulas are working correctly. Okay, those are all our constraints. It's just that my units available to meet demand must be greater than or equal to customer demand. My objective is to minimize cost, so I want to create a total cost cell. That's my objective. We're going to break this down into a couple pieces though, because we have different types of cost. First off, we have production cost. Everything we produce, we have to pay for. So I'm going to use a sum product to calculate this. Everything I produce has a cost to it. production cost per unit. In these inventory problems, we also have a holding cost or a storage cost component. Okay, anything we have left over, we have to store. Again, I'm going to use a sum product of everything we have left over, that would be my ending inventory, times the storage cost per unit, $2. If you read through the problem, at the end of month 4, we'll have nothing left over because we're going to sell all of our ending inventory for $6. So now we have end of month 4 revenue. These two are costs. Now my ending inventory in month 4, I'm going to sell that for $6. So everything I have left over in month 4, I sell for $6. Now I'm ready to calculate my total cost, or my net cost. So my net cost is going to be my production cost and my storage cost. This revenue will work in the opposite direction. My costs here are positive, so my revenue is going to decrease my cost. So I'm going to subtract out that revenue actually. So my two cost components added together minus my revenue component gives me my total cost. Let's clear these values out. And now let's go to Solver and figure out what the best production plan is to get the minimum cost. Great, we found a solution. Let's take a look at it. We have a production plan of how much to produce each month for a minimum cost of $1,525. Each month, notice that we're meeting demand, so all constraints are satisfied.